Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Dani, and this is Science Equals Fun. Are you ready to start? Let's go. When you decide to study, you go to your table, you find your books. Okay, in which case of these cases you can find the book you want easily. In the first case, you go to your table, you find your books arranged in bags, one for science, one for math, and one for English. In the other case, you go to your table and you find your books is not arranged. They are messed up. Okay. In which case is easier for you to find the book you want? The idea of arranging objects to find easily the object you want is the same thing that scientists thought of when they tried to arrange elements into tables. So, many attempts are made by scientists for classification of elements. Why? 1. To be easy study. 2. To find the relation between elements and their properties. Now let's talk about the most important attempts. 1. Mendeleev's periodic table. 2. Moses's periodic table. 3. Modern periodic table. Now let's talk about the first one, Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table was the first real periodic table for classifying elements. At the time of Mendeleev, there were only 67 elements were known. Mendeleev prepared 67 cards for each element. On each card he recorded the element symbol, atomic weight, and the important properties. Then he arranged elements of similar properties in vertical group. And he classified elements in the main group into two subgroups, A and B. Then he discovered that elements are arranged in ascending order according to their atomic weight. And also he discovered that properties of elements were repeated by the beginning of each period. Now let's talk about advantages of Mendeleev's periodic table. He expected that other elements will be discovered, so he left empty cells for them, or empty gaps. He corrected the atomic weight of some elements. Disadvantages of Mendeleev's periodic table: he had to make a disturbance in ascending order of atomic weight of some elements. Why? To put them in groups that suit their properties. The second disadvantages of Mendeleev's periodic table is he had to deal with isotopes as they were different elements. But in fact, they were the same element. They have the same atomic number, but they have different atomic weight. And because he arranged his periodic table according to atomic weight, he had to deal with isotopes as they were different elements. Then Rutherford came and discovered that the nucleus of an atom contains positively charged protons. So, who discovered the positively charged protons? Rutherford. Who discovered the protons? Rutherford. Who discovered the protons? Rutherford. After we've talked about Mendeleev's periodic table, let's talk a little about Moses's periodic table. The second attempt is Moses's periodic table. Moses names the protons by the name of atomic number. So who names the protons by the name of atomic number? Moses. After studying the X-ray properties, he discovered that the elements classify according to the atomic number, not the atomic weight. And so he arranged elements in an ascending order according to their atomic number. So he added lanthanides, actinides, zero group, and new elements that were discovered after Mendeleev. After we've talked about Moses's periodic table, we need to talk a little about the modern periodic table. But before we go through the modern periodic table, let's talk a little about the main energy level. Who discovers the main energy level of an atom? Bohr did. So Bohr discovers the main energy level of an atom. Now let's talk about modern periodic table. In the modern periodic table, elements are classified in ascending order. So if you have noticed that Mendeleev's periodic table, Moses's periodic table, and the modern periodic table, all of them elements are classified in ascending order. But according to what? In the modern periodic table, elements are classified in ascending order according to 1. Elements atomic number, 2. The way of filling the energy sublevel with electrons. The way of filling the energy sublevel with electrons. Now let's revise together the principle of elements classification. Mandelin. Elements are classified in ascending order according to their atomic weight. Mostly, elements are classified in an ascending order according to their atomic number. Modern periodic table, elements are classified in ascending order according to their atomic number and the way of filling the energy sublevel with electrons.